Let's get ready to rumble. It's about to be a girl fight. I am your girl, Talisa Rae. Welcome back to my channel. We are reviewing the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season number 10, episode number 4. And as always, I've forgotten what the title of this episode is, but charge it to my head and not my heart, because I'll be too busy watching and then forgetting when I'm writing. Whatever. Click the subscribe button. Be a ray of sunshine, living your light and your truth, okay, like these ladies are doing. Now I know, listen, it's now feeling like the Real Housewives of Atlanta. This episode made me feel like, okay, I'm not wasting my time reviewing season 10, because season 10 is supposed to be fireworks and firecrackers and bombs bursting. Like, we need to see the tea, and fortunately for us, this was the episode to at least start to make it look like, to pretend like they could pull us in, okay? So, let's just go like we do. Let's talk about NeNe. So, we see NeNe is home. Gregg is home. He had his surgery. He's got some heart issues. They need to do something. He needs to start seeing cardiologists to figure out what to do to help him with his irregular heartbeat that kind of stops too. NeNe told him, apologized for not being there when she was supposed to be, and told him genuinely that I was afraid. And it was cute that Gregg was like, maybe you doing this to me because you young. Maybe you wearing me out. I was like, yes, NeNe, wear his old ass out. But keep him healthy at the same time. The next time we see her friend Monique. Or do you still say Monique, M-Y-N-I-Q-U-E? However you say it, Monique. And we know her from a few seasons ago when she was going on a trip with them, a couple's trip, I think it was. We also saw Brandon come to visit too, right? Brandon's her gay friend from Philadelphia. And they sit and they talk, and she tells them about her plan to do a party, an all-white party called Girls and Gays Never Forget. Now, at this point when I was looking at this, I was like, I don't really know what girls and gays never forget mean. And they said, never forget what? That you've been to my house. Like, I was really kind of thrown off. Like, she could have came up with something better. She could have been like Girls and Gays, like a play on guys and or girls and dolls, or is that the name of the play? Anyway, she could have came up with something better. All white party for my girls and the gays. She could have did something else. I don't know. And later, I can understand what the issue was. We'll talk about that in a moment. And she talked about the setup and how it was going to be. And I was all for it. I was like, I can't wait, because NeNe's house is pretty. They asked her, Brandon specifically asked her if she was inviting Portia, since Portia lived down the street. She was like, no, I'm not inviting Portia. And then they said to her, well, I think that you should reach out to her, that you need to go and talk with her. And we found out that Portia actually reached out to NeNe, sent her a text message and say, hey, we need to have a conversation. I need to know why you're so angry with me. I really thought that was valid. And I give Portia kudos for reaching out to her and saying, because she is angry. How did NeNe get mad because the girl called her angry? She is angry. She throws all that shade. Well, she throws shade anyway. But she's angry. If I was her friend, I'd be like, now you mad. You angry. So I don't see what the problem is. See, that's my thing about y'all and y'all friends. Nobody holds you accountable for the shit that you do. You want to tell somebody else, but they don't hold you accountable. Now, I'm not saying you got to be mean and nasty, but you need to tell people in loving kindness, even if you think you the yes man or whatever, you still need to say, now, wasn't nothing wrong with that text message, NeNe. Now, NeNe, you sound crazy, right? All she want to do is have a conversation, and she wants to know why you're angry with her, which is valid. Which is the emotion that you show. And you should have taken the opportunity and waltzed your ass on over there, sashayed down the street, and had a conversation with Portia. I'm just saying. So a little later in the show, I was shocked. We see this woman at the door, and they're all, hello. You know how they say hello. And it was Marlo's motherfucking ass. Y'all, I love Marlo. Like, I would be friends with Marlo. I would be friends with NeNe. And Marlo brings spice. And I'm not understanding why she's still just a friend of the housewives and not a housewife. Why hasn't she become a housewife? And listen, it is behooving whatever the right word is, that they have Marlo come back in season 10. It's important, and I'm sure that her and NeNe probably have made friends prior to what they told us. They said, what, 4 years since the fallout at the event. But I'm sure they saw each other because Atlanta and that area is not that big. So I'm sure they've seen each other, and it wasn't the first time that they saw each other, even though I know NeNe was down here, but she still was down there. So even though they say the first time and then they argued back and forth, because that's what you do with your friends, and then they become friends. We talked about it. It's in the wash. Let's go, right? Came out in the rinse. We dried it and we good. Now, I feel like real friends, that's what you do anyway. Real friends, if you don't fuck with each other and you mad, you don't talk for a while, and then you go ahead and you be like, bitch, fuck you, and you did this. You go the whole gamut. Y'all clear the air and you be friends again. Nobody should be holding grudges and shit. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm different. Maybe I've grown some. I don't know what it is, but I know for sure. I know for sure that I feel differently about it. I feel like they did the right thing by hashing it out and moving forward. And again, here's somebody else asking NeNe about Porsha. Is Porsha coming to the party? And then she throws in some shade about Porsha's house being bigger than hers. Well, I think it might be. Looks like it. Look like it to me. What about to y'all? Do it look like it? Let's talk about Shereé. They kind of peruse over that it's Tiara's birthday and that the kids need to get her a gift and that they need to get her a candle. Whoop-de-wop, boy, I guess you do need some just regular conversation going. I mean, I'm just gonna tell you, that little tidbit looked like my little reality vlogs that I be giving. Like, they don't have what was the purpose of that? You know, we be wanting to see the good stuff. So Jack Daniels, the life coach, comes over, asks her about her homework, and she tells him that Kandi had to do it first, and then she did it. He asked how it was, and she said, I don't remember. I sometimes black out from that kind of stuff. Say what? Say who? You black out from just sitting around having a conversation? You should have just said I was nervous and I was uncomfortable. He said, you seem a little nervous now. I mean, it could be unnerving because she's right. We teach our children to be these strong, resilient people. And here we are doing the same shit we telling you not to do and ashamed of it. I can dig it. I can totally understand why she would feel the way she did. I'm telling my daughters not to let no man talk down to you, not to let no man put his hands on you. And here I am allowing your dad to do that to me. Like, I can understand that wholeheartedly. But now it's time to let them know. And really, I think Tiara probably knows already anyway, because she's the oldest, so she would comprehend more. Is Tiara his daughter, or is that from another relationship? I don't remember. I think they told us, and I want to say maybe she from a different relationship. Y'all let me know down below. Help me out. Help me remember. Then she talks about how the Coalition of Domestic Violence wants her to be an ambassador for them. Now, you can't be an ambassador for something that you aren't even able to speak about. It's okay to have all the emotion attached because it's more relatable and people can feel that it's genuine even if you haven't done it a lot. But if you can't talk to your children about it because they're going to find out anyway later on, then you're going to have a problem. So she's given herself 2 weeks to figure out how to tell her children. So I'm sure we'll see that. And hopefully, you know, it's full of emotion because this is the thing that's happening with Shereé. Domestic violence is serious. It is. But I'm all like, we're grabbing for straws now. We're grasping at straws. So the next time we see Shereé, she goes to Kim Zolciak-Biermann's house. Bitch, when she goes, I'm all like, yes! I can't snap that finger. Yes, bitch! Like, yeah, I'm all like, come through, Kim. I always have liked Kim. However, I don't like her surgery that she's had. She should have left her face alone. Speaking of which, let's back up. Let me back up because I thought about this. When we see NeNe with no makeup, I thought she looked so much better plain face and natural than she does with all that makeup on. That makeup makes her look a little harder, but she would, to me, look beautiful with just a natural face. What did y'all think? I was all there for that in that first scene. Like, come through, NeNe, with the natural, clear, beautiful face. She might have had some foundation on, but she didn't have on highlight and contour and eyelashes. She was natural NeNe, and it was really pretty to me. Tell me what y'all thought. Y'all agree or no? Maybe I'm a NeNe. She comes over And she reminds us that she's the reason that Kim and Troy actually got together 5 years and 6 kids later. That's a lot of kids coming through your vagina. So I'm sure she was under and probably was like, let me just get all of this done. Do my stomach over. Do my face over. Like, I'm going to be asleep anyway. Let's get it. Nevertheless, while she's there, Shereé tells Kim about NeNe's girls and gays white party. And again, they're all like, what does that mean? Never forget. And she's going as her +1. This is how they bring Kim in. She's going to go to as her +1. Kim's like, does NeNe know? And she was like, no. And she said, I saw NeNe a couple weeks ago at the mall. And I seen her going out the door. I tried to catch her. She was already gone in her car. And then she shows a picture of her beings in the handicap slot. And she was like, she shouldn't be there. They were like, that's illegal. She shouldn't do that. I was like, ooh, y'all. So now that Shereé and Kenya are friends, right? They're good friends, looks like to me, that she brings up Kenya to Kim and the fight that they had, or the argument that they had the last time they were together last season, and wonders how that's going to work out. And, you know, Kim is all like throwing shade at her. So, and Shereé just joined right on in with that shit about, I don't know. First off, she's not married is what, I mean, first off, she was like, she got married, you know, and I congratulated her. So she felt like we were close. And Kim hit us with, wasn't he a fan? Well, listen, if there's a fan out there now, like Mark Daly, who's about his business, that wants to date me, let me tell you this. Hit me up in my inbox, okay? But you gotta have your shit together, because I'm all right with that kind of fan. Mark Daly, bitch. Did y'all Google him? Because I did. So if he's a fan, I'm with it, okay? Let me get one of them kind. Somebody. Hello. So they throw shade at her, saying, you know, she still wants to have a baby, and Kim's all, I hope she ain't having a baby with them old 46, 47-year-old eggs. Shereé was like, I don't know, 48. Like, I was like, if this bitch is 46, 47, or 48, she's stunting on a gang of hoes that are 30 and under. Now, y'all know Kenya's fine. Y'all know Kenya is snatched together. She is put all the way together. She just pretends to be batshit crazy. But y'all know she's putting some of these hoes to shame. The only thing I don't like about Kenya is her skin. Now, y'all don't see it all the time because she has on makeup. But she has those little holes in her skin. Is there something that people can do, you know, with the dermatologist, them little holes? Like, y'all know I have trypophobia. I told y'all before I have trypophobia. And that's what them little holes remind me of. Like, something gonna come out. So can they fix that? Who's a dermatologist? Who got a brother, cousin, uncle, auntie that's a dermatologist? Can they fix that? Can they fix that? Y'all tell me if they can fix that. Probably not, huh? Kandi made a brief appearance, but the appearance that she made was impactful. It made my heart sing. She was going to New York to film for the cover of Essence. Honey, and then we find out that it was the confidence issue. I was like, yes, come through, but I'm getting ahead of myself because it really moved me. I was like, y'all bags really ain't packed. Y'all supposed to be at the airport in an hour. Y'all bags ain't packed. Kandi ain't got shit in her bag. They walking around like do. So were they going on a private jet? Somebody let me know, okay? Because when Don Juan got there, he opened up Kandi's bag and there was 0 clothing in it. And he just started folding shit in there like, I don't know what I'm supposed to take. I don't know, you know. Carmen normally does this, or the other guy, Antoine, normally does this. But Carmen normally packs her bag, you know, and then he says, I just want y'all to know, it's packed in New York. It's all booked. Y'all ain't got a hotel. Kandi then realized, okay, I miss Carmen and Antoine. I have to find somebody quickly because Carmen is not the personal assistant anymore. Carmen is on doing bigger and better things with her insurance company. So, yeah, how's that going to work out for her? I hope it works really well, and I hope it's lucrative, but she real shady and, you know, real messy, so it might not be real beneficial, and she might end up being a personal assistant again. Am I being too harsh? Maybe. But I just didn't like how they did Portia I wanted to hit her in the throat when they was over there kikiing and cackling last episode. Or the episode before, 2 episodes ago, episode 2. I really was unhappy with them. Because ain't nobody going to really let you sit and talk shit about them while they sitting at the table. There's only so much you could take. And I know I would have went over the table. I didn't tell y'all that last time because I really be trying to be saved and, you know, love the Lord. But even us, we have to pray away those feelings that we have and just remove ourselves because we can act a fool. We can act a fool. We see her in hair and makeup and she's all like, I know that I am normally cool as a cucumber, really laid back, but I'm doing cartwheels in the inside. We see her go into wardrobe, but don't see her going to wardrobe. We see her, but don't see what she tries on when she comes out. All the outfits that they have her on are beautiful, okay? And she is posing her life away like she has been doing this forever, which of course she has because, you know, it has evolved since she was in Escape, but she knows exactly how to stand, knew how to follow the direction of the fucking photographer. I was like, go on, Kandi. And then my little, look at that. I'm always crying when a man shows how he feels about his woman. And he said to her, he said to the crew, the photography crew, that's my wife. Like you could see that he was beaming with love for her. Y'all, I always get emotional about that because, you know, there was a man once that looked at me like the sun and the moon rose and set with me. So every time I think about that, that's how I think. And I know somebody else is going to think the sun and the moon rises and set with me soon enough. But right now, just looking at them had me glad about black love and to have experienced black love. And I'm going to get off my soapbox with that because that's all we talked. That's all we saw. Then what we saw about Porsha, really quick, okay? But it was impactful yet again. So we saw her cousin Tiffany come over and then we saw Lauren come over and she was like, hey girl, with a hug at the door. And I was like, well, that's awkward because normally I do hug all my sisters by love, but they was living together, spending all that time together normally. And you normally don't have hugs like that. You don't do that old fake whatever, that convo. You hug, but it ain't like that. And really, do you hug your sister unless you need one? I don't know. Maybe my family really ain't a hugging family because they not. But I hug all my sisters by love. I hug my children. I digress. But they go upstairs, and I guess that they were there just to visit, or was it specifically for Tiffany to be a mediator between Lauren and Porsha. And Lauren says, well, this is awkward, which it was, which made it feel a little more genuine. And because I really feel like, you know, all of this stuff is rehearsed until she started crying. So they started talking back and forth and Lauren expressing herself and saying I was already having a bad day. And I'm glad that Lauren acknowledged how she was feeling because, you know, if you have a bad day, it can throw everything off and every little thing will bother the fuck out of you because I'm sure selfish ass Porsha has always been my all the time like she was Johnny Gill, okay? I'm sure that she has, but this time it affected Lauren because she was already having a bad day. And it just put things in perspective like I told you last week. It made her feel like, well, what about me and what am I going to do? You see me as this little girl. I'm going to be 30. What do I have to show for it? If everything is yours and I'm leaning on you, what about me? I need to be able to stand on my own, and I'm glad she addressed it. And then here comes Porsha hugging her and says, I got you, and I know I can be hard, and I know I can baby you. And she kind of apologizes to her in her own way, but I feel like she still did not address the issue at hand, was what about Lauren and her financial stability. I understand that you have brought her in, and I know you're doing all these things for her because you don't have a husband yet and you don't have any children. But the moment that happens, then the dynamics change. She still needs to secure her own bag. She still needs to go ahead and figure out how she could stand on her own without Porsha. Y'all, am I playing or no? I'm not. And then we see later on Porsha gives 0 fucks about NeNe's party. She is about getting her hair, wigs together. I really think I need to get me one. If y'all know them, y'all know I wear wigs. If y'all know them, y'all know her publicist, y'all know somebody related or something, y'all know I love wigs and I will rock the shit out of that wig. Honey, I will wear that wig and promote the fuck out of that wig. So any of them will do. My face can go with any of them, any color, but I prefer a light color. Y'all call them up. Y'all send them a letter. Y'all know somebody call them and say, look, go send it to Talisa Rae. I mean, she's got an okay face and she can wear the shit out of that wig. Like, I love her wigs. Matter of fact, if you know anybody who makes wigs, who needs some promotion with wigs, have them send it to me. Have them send it to me. Hell, I might pay for my own shipping. But this shit gets expensive, and y'all know I change my hair like most people change their draws. So then we see Kenya. Kenya meets Shereé, invites Shereé to spin class. Both ladies are extremely fit. And so when they were going back and forth about who's the most fit, I was like, I don't know, Shereé got you beat. Shereé's body is toned and muscle. And Kenya's body is lean. But Shereé, honey, when she just did her arm like this and then muscles popped out, I was like, yes, bitch, I'm trying to get like you. Let me get back to these push-ups. Let me get back to these push-ups and these weights that I was lifting so I can get that toned, sculpted body. I'm sure it would have been here had I not stopped for the last it's only been 2 months, 2.5 months since I've stopped. But I'm getting back on track. But her reason for bringing her was she was like, I want you to be on a PSA for domestic violence with me. Since we have this in common, I really want you to share this moment with me. Shereé seems like she's all for it. And then she tells us, but I didn't tell you that I was going to do it. Hold on. I have this thing with the coalition of domestic violence that I need to work through first. And really, I need to see if it's a conflict of interest. Because Coalition of Domestic Violence, PSA for domestic violence, they're the same company. What's going on? You know that shit happens. And I wonder if this gonna come up and it's gonna break that good friendship. Y'all, sometimes they be setting us up. They sets us up. I think this might be a setup. And then this is also when Shereé received the text to NeNe's party. Girls and gays, all white party, never forget. And they too were like, what does that mean? In Kingston's face. We briefly see Cynthia. We see her go on an ice cream date with Will. I love a good ice cream date. It's only the second date. They've got some banter going, but I'm getting sick of Will and his sexual innuendos because he's all, let me show you what I could do with strawberries. Like, are y'all talking on the phone every day? Are y'all Skyping or something? Because it's only the second date and here you are. I hate that shit. These niggas always do that shit too. They be quick to be like, let me show you what I could do. I don't want to know what you could do. Let me know what that brain does. Let me hear about your 5-year plan. Let me hear about your goals. You got children? Well, what you doing with your children? Let me hear about something about you. What are your hobbies? What are your likes and dislikes? Quit trying to fuck me so quick. I just want to. Then Will talks about the blogs, and he was like, I wasn't expecting to be in the blogs, and I don't really know how to handle that. After one date, Cynthia has a new boyfriend. Well, yes, headline. You ought to knew that you was dating Miss Cynthia Bailey, honey, Real Housewives, model extraordinaire. You didn't think that they wasn't gonna put that in the blogs. You knew they was gonna put that in the blogs. I knew they was gonna put that in the blogs, but you just didn't know how to handle it. And I like how he followed that up with, okay, so what should I know about dating Cynthia Bailey? Her response, how about it was okay, and you know why I'm saying it's okay? Because I didn't write it down. It didn't move my soul. But then here we are again. Tell me about Lake Bailey. When am I going to visit Lake Bailey? When am I going to visit Lake Bailey? My nigga. This is the second date. Why in the fuck are you asking me about my abode? Okay, why is you asking me? You giving sexual innuendos with the fucking strawberries. Why is you asking me? See, I done got to a place where that shit just gets on my nerves now. Like, I don't really want to talk about something else. Tell me something else. I don't want to hear about that shit. Like, what? Okay, you could eat my pussy real good and you could fuck me real good and I'm supposed to be excited about that. Like, I'm not. Okay, I'm not. Dick is a dime a dozen. Give me something more that you offer than your dick. Okay, I digress. But her ass says, soon, if we continue this way, soon I'll have to invite you out and cook for you. Bitch, you only cook for your man. We go together when I cook for you, okay? If I'm cooking for you, we go together. Because, bitch, I barely cook for my son. And he likes good cooking. So if I'm cooking for you, my nigga, you must really be special. That means you my man. I'm going to stop saying nigga right now. So here we are. This is what we've all been waiting for. NeNe's party. Her all white girls and gays never forget party. First off, I like the ambiance. I like seeing the men. This was the appropriate place to have the shirtless men in the white tuxedo pants with a bow tie. This was the perfect event because girls and gays. It was. The lighting was nice. And she talked about that one couch that was over there, and that's the one couch that was for what? VIP, because that's all that was over there. But I was glad to see, so since this is 10, I was wondering if they was going to bring the people back. I was wondering, and there, Lucy Woo, you see her all the time on occasion at shit, at some people's events. You see her, like you saw her at Phaedra's thing or whatever, but you see her. They probably not going to let Phaedra show up, okay? Don't get excited, because it's 10. Phaedra fucked her shit off, so she ain't going to make an appearance. What was the other lady's name in season 1? Because that's where Lucy Woo was from. Lisa Woo was from. She was from season 1. I cannot think of the other lady's name who was really nice and really about taking care of her husband, who didn't have a lot of drama going on, because I also believe that she was a believer and she knew how to take care of her man, and she didn't have a whole lot of shit going on. It was just a little bit, and so she was kicked out. I can't think of her name. Y'all remember her name? I should probably Google it. Y'all tell me down below. Maybe I'll Google it and remind you next week. And then we saw Derek J, who we don't see anymore. I was glad to see Derek J. I didn't know who Vaughn was when they showed him. I was like, have we ever seen him before? I don't remember. Okay. I was glad that they brought Marlo back. And then, of course, Miss Kim Zolciak was there. So I was really glad to see all those people there. And I missed that Kandi wasn't there. Kandi should have been there, but Kandi had bigger and better things to do, honey. She was filming, photographing for the Essence cover Confidence. Like, that really moved my soul. I like to see black women succeed and do really well, and so it makes me happy, even though sometimes she don't be sounding right with her vocals. I'm glad that she is a woman of power, you know, a woman of influence. And I'm rambling again. So Cynthia brings Derek J as her +1, and Derek J says, I need to talk to NeNe about her party. It's like you saying all your white friends say bring your black friend. I got his point kind of, but not really, because I didn't get that. I didn't feel like that. I just feel like NeNe was trying to be clever. I feel like when she said later on that it was no malicious intent or anything, I really believe that to be true, because I just feel like she thought that was clever, and it just wasn't, because we were all confused. It should have been like all white friend party, all white girlfriend party, all white, I don't know what the fuck, but I don't know. If y'all got a good name for what it should have been, let me know down below, okay? How about we all like men party? I don't know, but it could have been better than girls and gays, I guess. Like, okay, so Kenya brings Vaughn as her +1. I was hoping she was going to bring Brandon. That is his name, her good friend Brandon. Is he in the closet? I mean, he can't be, because we know he gay. He act gay. He seem gay, you know. But maybe he's just effeminate. Maybe I'm being judgmental. Y'all tell me, is Brandon her friend, the light-skinned one with the hazel eyes? Is he gay or not? He is, right? So why didn't she bring him? Is he not welcome anymore? Is he too scared that, you know, he gonna get beat up again? Like, what? That ain't happening no more. He's in jail. Apollo's in jail, okay? And Phaedra's off the show, so why didn't he come? Okay? Oh, when Marlo walked in and Kenya, and, you know, Marlo hugged, Shereé wasn't there. Marlo hugged Cynthia, and then she hugged Kenya. It was awkward, like they don't talk anymore, like that was just for show. So that's why I feel like maybe NeNe and Marlo had made up quite some time ago. So when Shereé shows up, she shows up with Kim as promised, and Kim's ghetto ass, white trash ass, I'm gonna say it, I still like her anyway. She would be friends with me in my circle. Because I'd be messy with their ass and throwing shade and clapping back. But girl, you know NeNe had plastic cups for y'all, them like clear, nice plastic cups. Stop playing with the shade you was throwing. And when she walks out, NeNe was surely surprised. Is that Kim Zolciak? Is that Kim Zolciak? It wasn't the reception Kim thought that she was going to get. Kim thought she was going to get some messy reception from NeNe. Here again is another reason that I know that NeNe and Kim had hashed out whatever issues they may have had before, because it was too seamless for that acquaintance, or that re-acquaintance that they had, the emerging of her coming into her house, because if you wasn't fucking with her, real bitches would not have shown up at your house, okay? If you really about that life, like all these people claim to be, we know damn well Marlo wouldn't have showed up at the house if they hadn't made up. We know damn well that Kim wouldn't have showed up at the house in real life. I'm not showing up at your house unannounced. If you don't know I'm coming, if I don't fuck with you like that. If we ain't had no conversations in 9 years. You know what I'm saying? If the first time I saw you was a 30-minute argument. I don't know. Maybe I'm just fucking hood, low-key hood. Like, I don't know. But a regular person is not going to just be like, oh, I'm going to go with you to +1, but I ain't fuck with that bitch and you. No, you're not. They talked about Shereé's shirt, and I was like, do I care, Marlo? Do I really care? Like, Shereé needs to really amp up her... Shereé needs to amp up her personality or her segment, because I'm getting bored with her. And I like Shereé, but I'm getting bored with her. She's going to have to give us more, honey, more before the season is out. Oh, I have a question for you, because when she saw Lisa Wu walking through, we saw Lisa Wu walking through her house. So you telling me when they were outside, that was NeNe's first time seeing Lisa the entire night? Is that Lisa Wu? Like, some stuff is just super staged. Y'all had her in the camera. If y'all gonna pretend like she ain't see her come in the door, then make it real and not let me see her in the background of other shit, because you ain't floating around in my house and I don't know you there. But anyway, my question is, are they reintroducing Lisa Wu back to the show? Are they going to reintroduce her? I mean, she still looks stunning. What do you think? Is it just a cameo because it's season 10 and she was one of the original cast members? Lasted 2 seasons. I think it was 2 seasons. What do y'all think? Let me know where in the comments. They go inside the house because it's hot, and Marlo opens up a can of worms and is like, okay, let's get to the real tea. Congratulations are in order, Kenya. Now remember, Kenya and Marlo were like this a few seasons ago. 3 seasons ago, 4 seasons ago, 5 seasons ago, whatever number seasons ago. But they were like this, 2 peas in a pod. And you didn't know she was married? Yeah, okay. Congratulations. And when am I going to be able to meet your new husband? And then chimes in one of the girls. None of us has met them. And then they look at Cynthia and say, Cynthia, have you met him? She said, well, I've talked to him on the phone. And that was the extent, except for you got Kim over there being the little gnat, buzzing around and shit, talking about never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. The bitch is drunk too. Never gonna happen. Does she always be drunk? Never gonna happen. Like, she was back there like really taunting her. And then NeNe is an instigator, because she was like, what you say, Kim? Ha 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 ha. Like, bitch, you's an instigator. Never gonna happen. And then all of a sudden, the shit hits the fan and they are going back and forth. Kenya's like, shut your ass up. You know, and her shade she threw was kind of sideways. I can't even remember what it was, but about being, I don't know, what is it called when you go from a man to a woman? You know, and everybody looked at her like, what? That didn't make no sense. But they went back and forth. Kenya talked about that botched surgery, because I don't like that surgery that she had done. I'm going to agree with Kenya there. It looks pretty bad. But then she hit below the belt with the, why you pimping your daughter out for John Legend tickets. Have her go suck a dick for John Legend tickets. Now that you didn't went too far. You didn't talk about my daughter, bitch, and I'm with Kim. Kim should have hopped up off that motherfucking couch and probably got with that bitch, because guess what? You are not about to talk about my baby. I don't give a fuck what you think about me. I don't give a fuck about how you feel about me. You will not be talking about my child. You will not be talking about my child. That is cause to get your ass whipped. That is cause for me to really run through you. And I'm glad she got up. And you look, I can't wait to see how it turns out next week. What did you think about this episode? How are you feeling about the whole situation at the white party? And like I said, you know, reality TV shows are a little staged. How do you feel about the staging of some of this stuff? Did they do a good job or no? Do you see Lisa Wu coming back as a friend of a housewife of the housewives until she gets her spot back? Like, what do you think? Do you think Shereé is going to be able to hold her own through the rest of the season? Because she's going to have to pull people in. That is why they had her bring Kim over to the party, because they want to make her stay relevant. All right, y'all, that's it. I ain't got nothing else to say. If you don't agree with me, that's okay too. Just let me know down below in the comments. Tell me why, because who knows, maybe I'm wrong, and I'll be like, oh, I see your point. Hugs and kisses and lots of love. I'll see you on the next video.